got us donuts. Those are so bad for you. Oh no, are they moldy? I mean, are they poisoned? Are you allergic? No, I'm just saying. You're judging my food choices based on a false standard of health again, aren't you? Guilty.
Diet culture, fatphobia, and systems of oppression have created false hierarchies of food, and it shows up everywhere.
For instance, harmful thought patterns like earning food through exercising, or that dessert is the reward for the punishment of eating vegetables.
Remember that you do not need to earn food.
We are all incorrectly taught from a young age that our size, and therefore the foods that we eat, are markers of our self-worth. Moralizing food can lead to harmful relationships with food and disordered eating.
Instead of focusing on good and bad choices, try to approach food with neutrality in mind.
The only foods that are bad for you are foods that contain allergens, poisons, and contaminants, or food that is spoiled or is otherwise inedible.
Eat without guilt, regardless of what society says.
All right, guys, so I stumbled across this very interesting segment of Joe Rogan where he mocks and ridicules these woke academics, these woke nutritionists that come out here and tell people that eating healthy is fat phobia, right? Or that it is a form of oppression or something like that. You guys have all heard it before, okay? And I want to play this segment of him talking about this because I think it's an interesting conversation. And then I want to chime in on it. Take a look.
Yeah, what was wild is there was this university in Canada that removed all of the nutritional information apparently from the foods and that the students are getting on their meal plans because it was like too triggering to show the calories. And then it presents this fucked up scenario where you like can't even self-regulate. Like even the individuals who want to stay at a healthy weight, you can't even figure out what the fuck you're eating. Like if I ate until I felt good, I would be a fat fuck.
There was a viral video that went around that was a woman who was, God, I want to think she was a professor somewhere, who was talking about avoiding certain foods is just fatphobic and it's not based in science and you shouldn't deny yourself donuts and that it's all, to call some food junk food is incorrect. And it's like, how are you ever speaking publicly on this? This is also, she was obese as fuck.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about, Jamie? Do you remember that video? Where, like, nutritionists were outraged. Like, it's the same kind of outrage that you should have at them thinking that it's triggering to have actual data on the food you're eating. Yeah. Like, you should know what you're eating. You should know what the calorie and what the nutrient content is of the food. It doesn't mean anybody should tell you what you should and shouldn't do. But you should know. Yeah,
it's just a factual thing that exists. Like, why is it? I feel like it should be my problem if I'm triggered by it, not
exactly. It is your problem if you're triggered by it. And that what they're doing they're raising the anti-David Gogginses. They're raising the most non-resilient people possibly known to man, where every single microaggression, every single thing that could trigger you, all those are removed. You are just raw and vulnerable. And we'll protect you in this university system, and then you spit you out into the world, where you will then infect corporations with this ideology. And that's what we're experiencing.
Yeah, it's wild how the shift to, like, comfort mentality has very much become commonplace. And it's just like, I feel like this is partially why men's testosterone levels are dropping too. Like, just like the lifestyle and encouragement to be like a sedentary piece of shit who's offended and insulted by literally everything.
Yeah.
Like, none of it is conducive to masculinity.
I don't know if you want to give them promotion, but that's where it came from.
Two fat professors fighting fat phobia with education, community building, and a lot of sass.
Jeez.
Derek, they have sass. That's not them, though. It was a woman in a video. I
couldn't find a video.
Okay, it doesn't matter. But fuck off, fat professors. Yeah. Fuck off. You guys are unhealthy.
Yeah.
And that's not in any way good. Yeah, it sucks if someone's fat and they feel bad if someone calls them fat. You're right. And someone shouldn't do that. But they're fat.
Yeah.
And you're fat.
And the promotion of stuff that's not even food, too.
Yeah.
Like, it's...
Yeah, so Joe Rogan's 100% on point, especially when he talks about how this ties back into the university system protecting children or kids that go into the system and then sending them out into woke corporate America. And then, again, they're infecting these corporations with this ideology. Again, in the midst of the Twitter files, we saw that Twitter was primarily employed by leftists. And because they were primarily employed by leftists, that gave Democrats more of an outlet to push for censorship in their favor, okay? Because they had more people that align with them politically. Again, I'm pretty sure all these students went to college or university, okay? They became woke, right? They became brainwashed because, again, they're living in a bubble where they're protected from everything, right? They're protected from anything in life that may be triggering, may be some type of, passive aggressive behavior or uncomfortable. They're shielded from all that stuff, right? And then they go into the corporate world, and again, they infect these corporations with the same ideology. This is why you have so many snowflakes working at these companies, right? And then they're also dictating company policy based off what triggers them, right? Again, this is how you get the censorship of people who use the wrong preferred pronouns, right? Misgendering. It's triggering. You're putting a trans person's life in danger, right? Again, this is coming from people who've been shielded their whole lives from any type of criticism, any type of personal responsibility, accountability, anything that makes them uncomfortable. Again, these are the type of people that are infecting corporate America. I think it was just genius how Joe Rogan tied this whole thing about, diet culture being oppression and fat phobia, tying that to what we're seeing going on with the universities and in woke corporate America. Because again, that is a symptom. Okay. I mean, it's one of those things which is like, yeah, telling somebody that eating healthy is a form of oppression, or that it is, fat phobia or whatever, it is a form of protecting them, right? It's a form of trying to, again, protect and coddle the weak-minded, right? Because people don't want to accept the reality that they are fat. And the reason why they're fat is not because they were just born that way or because of some societal reason outside of their control. No, it's simply because they eat bad foods, right? They eat bad foods. They eat too much. They don't work out enough. They're not active. They're not living healthy lifestyles, but they don't want to accept that reality because that reality is painful. It is a painful reality to understand that, oh man, I'm just lazy, right? Oh man, I eat like garbage. I need to change my diet. I need to change my life. No. It is much more comfortable for somebody to tell you, no, it's not your fault. Nothing's your fault. It's simply everybody else around you. And anybody that criticizes you is not coming from a place of trying to help you live longer, be healthier, look better, feel better. No, it's not coming from there. It's coming from a place of hate and bigotry, right? Again, it's just like them telling black people, well, the reason why you're not succeeding, the reason why you're not getting to the place you want to be in life is because of racism. It's not your fault. It's the white man's fault, right? It's the white man's fault that you can't get ahead in life. Don't worry. Nothing's your fault. Okay. Again, why would anybody change behavior that is negative, that has a negative impact on their lives if they're always told that nothing's ever their fault, right? Again, this is the type of stuff that is happening and being pushed on people through woke academics. And again, that trickles into other aspects of our society, whether that be corporate America or even the government, right? And the consequences of that are a society that is degrading, okay? We're going the wrong way culturally and morally, and just, in general, in regards to the traditional roles of men and women, okay? Men are taught now that, oh, it's okay to be weak. It's okay to be feminine. It's okay, to be overly emotional. Don't worry, right? That doesn't make you less of a man. You don't need to work out, right? You don't need to actually take any responsibility for anything. You don't need to, be a leader, okay? You don't need to be a protector. You don't need to be a provider, right? They try to strip away all the fundamental aspects of what, being a man is, right? Again, to make people feel good about failure, right? And failing to live up to expectations of what a man is supposed to be and what a man is supposed to do, right? And they do the same thing with women too, okay? Women are not held accountable for things. Nobody's held accountable for any of their actions. And that, again, leads to society in which we have right now, where, again, you have crime that's out of control because they're told that, hey, it's not your fault, right? It's not your fault, okay? You're are doing this because it's the white man. You've been systemically oppressed. So therefore, we're not going to put you in jail. We're not going to lock you up. We're going to let you free. We're going to give you a slap on the wrist, and then we're going to boo-hoo about it. If, eventually you get shot and killed by some white police officer. And again, we're not going to blame you for resisting arrest or anything like that. We're going to blame the rest of society. Again, what type of behavior do you think this promotes? Promotes bad behavior, right? Just like telling somebody that, eating healthy is, fat phobia or oppression. Again, what do you think? That behavior is going to lead to? It's going to lead to more negative behavior that is ultimately going to hurt that individual, right? It's pretty crazy how that works. But again, a lot of this stuff, it does come from academia. And it's a big problem in this country how woke, these universities have become, because they really have become brainwashing institutions. And we are currently experiencing the consequences on that in so many levels and aspects in our society. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.